Good morning. I'm getting ready to ask the most important question in the United States today. Are we stuck with Trump? Do we have to inaugurate him and put him in office in the United States as the president? I can tell you right now, the answer is no. We're not stuck with Trump at all. We have something in the United States called the Union. And the Union is the established government authority. And when they are assembled in the Senate, as a democracy, all the states are assembled as equals with equal suffrage to reach a majority consensus to determine the concurrence on anything we do in the United States today. Everything. And the states as the union have the power of concurrence over every decision that's made in the United States today. And that means that they could today say, no, you got too much drama and you got too much baggage. And we're not going to subject ourselves to the division and chaos that accompanies you coming to the presidency. And they could say, just make it that simple and say no. Why? Because they have the power of concurrence to do any damn thing they want. And if they don't want Trump as the president, then he is out. O-U-T, out. And the reality is that Trump, with only 20% of all the people voting for him to be in office, there ain't enough, that ain't a high enough percentage to get any state to put up with that. The states could just simply say no. And really, do the states need the president or need the vice president in the United States? No. They are a matter of convenience for the states to manage and preside over the executive departments to make sure that they're functioning properly, and to be like a feedback control to tell the states how different laws are being implemented and the efficiency and effectiveness of those laws. So if they have to fix a law, they can consider how to fix it. But they really don't need the president at all. In fact, the Committee of the States, which is what the Senate was before they called it the Senate, it's still exactly the same as it was under the Articles of Confederation. It hasn't changed one bit. They didn't have a president other than one of the Committee of the States, which is one, every state had one representative per state on the Committee of the States. And they had the full power of Congress, of the Union, to act as the Union anytime they wanted. They didn't have to call in the full Congress in order to act. The Committee of the States had the full power. And the same way today with the Senate, it has full power. So no, they don't have to put up with this at all. And there's this thing that they put in, it's called a breach of the peace. And that is all this nonsense that's going on, this cabal that we're seeing today. That's a breach of peace. And the states as a union don't have to allow that kind of nonsense into their governing system. They could walk up there while he's taking the oath of office and tell him bye. They don't have to seat him at all, ever. And if he is seated, they can take him out tomorrow. Because the same states that impeach are the same states that remove, convict. So they could do it in minutes if they wanted to. You piss off the wrong states and you're out. Why? Because the president is subordinate to the states as the union. He serves under the United States in Congress assembled. He does not have any authority over the union. None. So no, we don't have to put up with Trump. We don't even have to put up with all this crap that's going on right now. Because of all the unrest and division and craziness that's going on behind it. That alone is enough for the states to say goodbye. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Okay? He doesn't have any recourse. Not even the Supreme Court. Why? Because the states assemble the Supreme Court. The states establish the Supreme and inferior courts in the United States as the union. They don't just spring up on their own. And if the Supreme Court isn't functioning the way they want it to function, they're gone too. All these things that we argue about, if the union was the established government authority, this stuff would be over in minutes. Even stuff like immigration. Because it ain't up to Trump or up to Biden administration or what to do with immigration. The states as the union can call them down to the Senate and say, this is what we want done. This is when we want it done, and you better get to it or your bonds is gone. Okay? That's what it means to be the established governing authority. They have authority over everything that concerns their union. You can't win control of the union and how the union functions or how the union acts. And if it isn't functioning the way they want it, they can change it tomorrow. Because they are the established government authority. It's their union. They wrote the damn Constitution. They wrote the Articles of Confederation. They wrote the Declaration of Independence. The states, as the union, which is empowered as the established government authority. Anybody understand what it means to ordain something? The Constitution of the United States is the United States in Congress assembled. And it tells you that straight up in the preamble of the Constitution and in Article 1, Section 1 of the Constitution. And it tells you that 30 times in the Articles of Confederation. 30. Might be 34. But they don't need anything. They don't have to go ask nobody what to do. They determine what to do. When are we going to learn that? Thank you.